Going on, guys? Welcome to Squad Talks Season 3, Episode 6. I am your host, Danny Pats. To my left, I have a very good friend of mine. I got Mr. Andy Honcho. Half of 48. It's not 24, but it's just the 8, just because 40 and then 8 combined together makes 48. Yes, but I would keep calling you 24. Put the disrespect on you, not on Chase. And then, to our left, a very, very special guest of ours, the young rhythm prodigy. How are you fucking feeling, Pyro? Let's get some fucking air horns in the chat. Air horns right now. Cody, I will love you forever. They're super distorted. How are you doing, man? How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm tired because OBW was yesterday. So I just got into San Antonio a few hours ago. But I'm like getting all of the notifications and stuff from yesterday.
Jeez.
And so like I had no Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi at all in Ennis. Okay. So it's like everybody that I was gonna link with kind of just like I had to hope that they were at my set. After my set, I got caught up doing a bunch of stuff, so like I wasn't even able to go down till like 30 minutes later. So like everybody that I was gonna meet up with was gone, checking out everybody else. So, but I'm checking everything, looking at all the videos and stuff. It's pretty fucking sick, bro. I've like done something like that. So
were you expecting, that like I guess that crowd turnout whenever you first got up there?
Dude, I wasn't, because I was like analyzing the stage. Like I'm like I analyze everything, and like I like to like know where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's around me, what's to the left, right, how am I gonna get there, how am I gonna leave, you know what I'm saying? Like I check everything out before I play anywhere. Mm-hmm. So like I was just checking out the stage, and like it was cool, but I think it took like the way it was set up, I think it took a minute for people to realize it was a stage. That's like the whole thing. It was like I didn't even know that was a stage. Like I saw the blueprint for it and everything, and I was like, yeah, that's dope. And then when I saw it, like it kind of like passed right by me until nighttime when the lights are on. That's when you can kind of tell. Okay. But it took a minute for people to start to discover it and like want to like leave main stage, because it's like the first festival back. Mm-hmm. Right. Everybody's gonna want to be main stage, like that is, especially the way they set it up. It's like 2 years ago, UBW times 10. Like the stage was beautiful. Damn. Everything, both stages were insane on production. They had pyrotechnics on the top, on the bottom. Like it was sick. I've never seen something like that before. I've been to like ACL and Mala Luna, just like rap stuff. So it's like I've never seen something like that, and it was just like,
dude, I'm surprised because I think the world stage is supposed to be like all the like local regional artists here in Texas. Yeah. But even before, I think Freaky was Freaky Deaky 2019. Mm-hmm. I think, if I'm not mistaken, was the first one to kind of incorporate that local stage. Yeah. And seeing that was literally just like a little stage with like 2 CDJs and then like a tiny ass like rail that was probably not even like 5 feet long. So whenever I saw the videos of the world stage, I was like, holy shit! Like they went all out for everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was definitely nice. Like I haven't played on like something either like that high either. So it was like, it was just so overwhelming, just the stage itself. Like regardless of it being side, small, main, whatever, you're on a fucking festival stage, and festival stages are way different than any other stage.
How so?
Just like literally just from like the way they're built, like I guess the stage risers and everything like that just makes the vibe feel a lot more like, I guess for me, I might just be different, like I might just be thinking different, but like just seeing different things, the way they're set up, the way I've always seen them online, I guess, the way like I've seen DJs play festivals like literally forever, and then just seeing that in real life, it just kind of tells me like, okay, this is like the real shit. Like this is real production. This is like some real ass. It's like time to fucking go.
So were you nervous going up there? Because like because you played Bay Session, you played the Grindfest Spotlight, even went back to back with Sora and fucking Chromatic, and then going into the world stage, was it like more intimidating? Was it more of like an oh shit, this is getting real kind of factor compared to like the other ones?
Yeah. So like you said, like when you said, were you expecting like that crowd? When I was analyzing things, the crowd was like there. It was kind of not there. Like it was just kind of like based on who pulls who. Yeah. So I was just like, I really hope my fam can pull through. Like I hope everybody that was gonna pull through pulls up, and like I just hope that like God blesses me today and like
Yes.
we can fucking do this shit. And like I was just watching around, I was like, I don't know, like I hope my people pull up. And then like an hour before my set time, I was gonna like walking around the back of the stage and kind of just like not really looking at the crowd. And then I walked up and there's like crowd going on. Like and I was like, okay, like this is different than yesterday. Like this is actually gonna be dope. And it was a good amount of people, but then like I get on like and I'm like opening my backpack, taking my headphones out, getting my USB, getting everything that I need to do. So I'm not paying attention at all. By the time I like get on, there's like a way different that I was like expecting. So like in my head, I'm like gauging what is I saw before, not expecting anything like that. So like I get up and then there's like more people, and then like I had a sunset stage. I mean sunset set, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like the sunset, and I guess that changed the tone too. So like people that were walking by is like the sun setting, they're setting off fireworks main stage. So like there's people starting to crowd up. So I think it just like snowballed into like whatever it was last night, because I ended up like having a blast. Like I wasn't like intimidated. I was more intimidated by like the festival itself. Like I'm, like this is such a huge thing. Like I'm just happy I'm like contributing something to this event. And then that happened. It was just like even better.
And then gave the best set out of every fucking headliner, everybody that got booked for that shit. Showing what the fucking underground is, bro. Bring that shit up.
That's why I was like, bro, these like I mean, no shade to anybody, but it's like a different vibe. There's a different vibe for every subgenre, and everybody carries, you know, their own way with that subgenre. But I feel like the underground has it can translate the right way to a festival crowd, and when you get that translation, oh my god,
it's the energy, bro. It's the energy. And then if you have the stage presence to go with it, chef's kiss, bro.
It was fun, man. I was just having a lot of fun, and like my best friend who comes to all my shows, like he was at bass session, he takes me like, almost everywhere, and we just literally us two just best buds. Right, like all around Texas, just going places. And so like he was there, and I was like, he met me when I was 14, when I was a freshman. So like he's seen me like when I was first starting to produce, like just like DJing small, tiny little things. And so like I turned around and I saw him with my GoPro just filming and shit. And I was just like, let's fucking go. Like, it was just such a like full circle thing. It was just like, oh my god. Best thing ever.
It's the only reason why I wanted to go to Avi Bros for a second, because I know he's gonna be the only one doing triple drops at the entire fest.
I was like,
everybody else would have been just playing doubles at the most. Now this man would have been triple, setting up a double, triple, double, bam.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, and then that too. Like, I wasn't really expecting a lot of people to like. I was expecting people to like, you know, it's an electronic music festival. They're gonna vibe because it's electronic music. Right. But I wasn't expecting people to be there for like rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Like recognizing like double drops, and like I saw people out there with Monsters t-shirts, fucking like Graham Greene shirts, and I was just yo,
no fucking way.
Yes, bro. Like, and I saw him at the guy who actually was wearing the Graham Greene shirt. Like I linked up with him before. Like he called me out when I was walking. And he was like, "Yo, I was at the Grindfest Spotlight," and I like instantly made the connection. I was like, So you know what's up. You know what's up tonight.
You know what's about to happen. Bringing the underground to the main. Well, not really the main stage, but to the fest stage.
We can put that into existence, though. Yes. I hope that can be a thing.
One day, bro,
for sure.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you this. So before, I guess, COVID happened, how were you in terms of like getting booked for shows? Because I know at one point you went to go see Dev, and then you went to go open up for Dev.
Yeah. Okay, so Dev, shout out Dev. Literally, I love him so much. He is like my father. I met him years ago. Like, well, not years ago, like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's me. Like that was years ago. I was like fresh 16, and like I just met Blaze. And this is like, I've known Blaze since I was like 12. So I was like kind of talking to him. So he was like managing me for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when I first started talking to him when I was like 16. So I met Dev through Blaze. and then I met my manager now, which is Blaze's manager,
Yeah.
through Blaze. So Blaze introduced me, and so now I got picked up by Kevin at a
Okay.
really young, like 2 years ago. So I already got picked up by him. So I already knew Kevin, my manager, back then, and then Dev made those like, you know, friendships and stuff. So then like a year later, Dev announced his Skull Crush tour, and he was like, "Yo, I'm playing in El Paso. Like, you should pull up." And I was like, "Bro, I don't think you understand that Texas is its own country. Like, it's gonna take me 9 hours from yeah. So I was like, let me see what's up. He was like, okay, well, how about like you can just play direct support? And I was like,
All right.
I was like, okay, bet. Like, I'm so down. And like when I met Dev, it was like before I even had a first Pyro show or anything like that. It was like back when Blaze was like sneaking me into shows and stuff. And so that was actually the first show I got snuck into.
Oh,
with
really?
Dev was headlining with Bainbridge in San Antonio.
Wow.
And like, I went like there to work on a song with Blaze, and then like Dev pulls up because he was gonna stay the night at his house, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on? Like, why are they like?" I never even met any DJ ever other than Blaze, so it was just trippy to me. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, there's a show tonight," and I was like, "What? Is it all ages?" Dumbass me. Like, but I asked that, and they were like, "No, but you know what? I bet you we could get you in." And I was like, "No, are you serious? Are you serious right now?" And he was like, "Yeah. Let me work it out and see what's going on." We got there. He was like, "Oh, he's performing." Just trying to pushes me into the door. I'm in. I met Dev, met everybody. Like,
Damn.
and ever since then, me and him have been boys. So this was like the third time I was gonna see him, because he came to Austin too.
Yeah.
And like I drove up there to go see him. He brought me out for a little bit, and then this was the third time. He told me to pull up. He asked the promoters like, "Yo, let's get him on this show. Like, what can we do?" And then he was like, "I'm also playing in Albuquerque, which is 2 hours away from El Paso,
Mm-hmm.
or like 2-3 hours away." He was like, "Come play direct support for that one too." I
Damn.
was like, "Okay,
Hell yeah.
okay, let's do it." But wait, go ahead.
No, you go first. I give her 10
Okay,
votes.
so I didn't even get to play the one in Albuquerque though, because it was 21 plus.
Oh.
Damn.
They didn't know I was like 17 or 16 at the time, so they were like, "Yeah, he can't play," and they didn't know who I was. But I announced that I was like, "Yo, I can't play in Albuquerque," and someone like added the promoter, and everybody like started like adding him, like, "Why would you
Damn.
do this? If Sonic was 16, would you say no? If Billy asked you to your club right now, I guarantee you wouldn't say no, you goofball," all this stuff. So that happened. So I didn't get to do that, but I did play in El Paso with him, and that was
Okay.
really, really fun.
Hell
That was
yeah.
like a year and a half ago. So
Crazy how
like,
fucking
right
fast
before-
time flies by because of
Man.
COVID.
Yes.
It really is crazy. Like I was just getting the 1 year ago today memories on my Snap, and I was like,
It was like, this is a year ago?
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, so would you say that, like, I guess Blaze and Dev were, like, the first ones to, like, really, like, put you on? Or was it,
yeah,
like, for sure?
yeah, exactly, yeah, I would say that. Yeah, Blaze like kind of like recognized that I was making music, and I kind of like, I was a kid. Like I've been producing since I was 12 and DJing since I was 10. So like
Jeez.
I've been like, I've been like making and like liked dubstep and liked electronic music for a really long time. So like I've known about the local scene from my cousins. They like dubstep and stuff from like way back. And so they were like, "Yo, you like DJs and stuff? Check out Blaze, check out George Toscano. They live in San Antonio. Like, you should message them and ask them like, how do you get shows? Like, how do you like all telling 12-year-old me this?" And I'm like, I'm so down. So I like message Blaze, message all them. They're like, "You just got to get out there, bro. You got to like, you know," they're just kind of, I'm a kid. Like,
Right.
like what can they tell me? Like, you know, just keep grinding, keep making music, keep doing that. But then I finally like started getting Blaze's attention because I started making dubstep. He's like, "Hey, fool, let's collab. Like, let's do something." And I was like, "No, what? Like, Blaze wants to collab with me? Like,
Were you making
what?"
beforehand?
Yeah, huh?
What were you
What's
making
that?
beforehand? Like, before dubstep?
Okay, so I started making dubstep. Actually, I started making dubstep, but I was like really really young, so I went through another phase out of dubstep, and I like fell in love with Big Room House and like Future Bounce and like anything that has like that 128. Like I don't even know how to explain it. People like Kirby, Martin Garrix, Mike Williams, Mesto, like those type of guys. I really love that type of sound, and so I kind of liked it. Like I kind of forced myself to like it because I had a gig when I was like 14. Do you guys know Cowboys Dance Hall?
I
The venue?
think so.
Diplo just played there in San Antonio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so when I was 14, I had a residency there for teen night. For like, yeah, and so like I tried playing dubstep there like the first time I went there, and they didn't like it. Like they didn't like it at all. Like it was like 14 to like 17, I think, was the ages or something. So they were just standing there. Like,
so what did they play?
They were playing like rap, and then like. But there was like a DJ booth, like the DJ booth's right here. Like let's say this is the back. This is the DJ booth, and then there's like a room right here that has a window that faces the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's where like he would DJ, and then they would bring out like a little booth for me, and I would DJ for like 30 minutes and do an EDM set. So it wasn't like a residency; it was like more of like a resident guest appearance every single time they would do teen night. I would just like do the party part.
Right.
So I started playing like Big Room House, and they would fucking go off. Like they would go off. Everybody was jumping. I would play like, you know, Pursuit of Happiness and and then they started doing like as soon as I played Big Room, they started dropping confetti and all this shit. So I just became addicted to that. Like everybody jumping, party, like
the whole like club standard of like EDM music.
Exactly. So I started producing that. And then just fell in love with the scene behind it and all the locals and all that. I mean, not locals, but like up and comers and stuff. I don't really know anybody that makes house. I mean, Big Room over here. I know people that make house, but I don't know what happened to Big Room.
I'm gonna talk to Teeny. It's like, bro, come on, Pyro Teeny Big Room collab under like a different alias.
But yeah, that's basically how I got Blaze's attention, I guess. Just doing that type of stuff. And then I was making house, started like not really liking it anymore, fell in love with dubstep again around the Getter time period.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Getter had his time period in the OG scene too. I remember that, like on Firepower and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then like it was right around like back before, who rebranded? That was called like Brills or something like that.
I think that was LS Dream.
Yeah, LS Dream. Yeah. So like right around that time, like Twonk and all that type of shit. Like that's when I was like, yeah, like this shit is sick. So I started doing that, making dubstep, and then I was like, yo, I'm making dubstep again, but like I know how to produce from Big Room, so like I'm gonna start sending this stuff to Blaze and George and see what they think, and then it just turned into, yo, let's collab, let's do stuff. That just everything kind of just snowballs, you know. You got to like take advantage of all the little things because you never know what it's gonna turn into like years later.
Facts. So we both know, or everybody here, but we all know that you're a super busy man.
Mm-hmm.
Going from Bass Session, going from Grindfest, now to Ubby. But let's talk about that special guest appearance with Wrightson for a little bit.
Ooh,
how was that like?
Yes.
Or how did that even go about?
Okay, so that was really last minute. Like he didn't even let me know to pull up till 9 that night, 9 o'clock at night. Yeah.
Damn.
So there was the Diplo show. That was like, it was Friday, Riot 10 in San Marcos.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, Riot 10 in San Marcos. Like again, it was like a double night, and he sold out both nights. And then Saturday also Diplo is playing in San Antonio, and then there was an after party for that I was supposed to go and DJ. So I hit him up on Saturday, and I was like, yo, I couldn't make it yesterday because your stuff was sold out. I'm not going to Diplo tonight. I'm trying to pull up to your set in San Marcos. I know it's sold out, but like, do you have any do you have any GL, like, what's good? Could you like help me get in?
Yeah.
And he was like, because him and I have been like boys for a minute, like for about a year, because he found like my Gristronics remix with George Toscano.
Yeah.
And he started playing that out, and then asked me and George both for music, and then he was just rinsing a bunch of stuff of mine. So him and I have talked in the DMs. We've worked on a song like 6 months ago to a year ago, but that is probably the one that we made is probably never going to come to light. I still have a demo version of it that I could probably show y'all. It's cool.
Well, we'll use that as an intro.
There's videos of him playing it on his Instagram and shit. So, but him and I have been cool and stuff. So I was like, yo, like let's meet in person finally, because like every time, like when I went to El Paso, we were gonna go eat lunch together and stuff. Me, him, and Dev.
Yeah.
And then he like had to go to LA or something like really quickly and like dipped like right after my show. Like he didn't go to my show. He had to like dip the next morning, so he couldn't pull up to anything. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, motherfucker, you're like 45 minutes away from me. Like, do you have any extra spots? And he was like, do you have, like, he said, is it just you? And I was like, it's going to be me and my boy Javi. And he was like, okay, first and last names. And I just sent him to him. He was like, okay, you're good. Tell him that you're on my list when you get to the door. And then I pulled up, and they were like, it's sold out, like literally like touching my chest and everything. Like, nah, bro. And I was like, I'm on the guest list. And they were like, there is no guest list. And I was like, I'm on Riot 10's guest list. And they were like, no, you're not. And I was like, do I need to show you? Like, I have a message on my phone, like, and then someone with like a walkie-talkie pulled up, and they were like, what's the problem? He was like, they said that they're on guest list, but there is no guest list. And I was like, it's the artist guest list. And they took me to the ticketing booth, and then they just slapped a wristband on my wrist. And then another dude came by and like walked us to the back. And then I just walk in the green room, and he's there. And I just dap him up, and I'm like, what's up, bro? Nice to meet you. And
you should have like recorded that and then like showed it to like the person at the very front. It's like, see, I told you.
Like, look. Yeah, but I never like get hostile, because like I'm a kid, and I get like the whole like I look like I'm trying to sneak into it.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to trust me? Like, it's not likely that I'm telling the truth. I could just be another kid trying to get into the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So I always get that. I'm always just like silent, and just like I always just tell them exactly what's happening and just let them react. And if they're reacting crazy, I'm just like, okay, someone else, can you you please help me out? Like, so we got in, blah blah blah. I have mad ADD. If you guys cannot tell.
You're good, man. You're good.
Not like keep a subject going. I just go to the next one. But
You're good.
so I got to the green room. We were talking, and he like gave me like a really nice talk. Like, with just kind of like wanted to like give me some insight from like his point of view and where he sees where I'm at, and like wanted to give me advice on some of my tunes and stuff, and was just like telling me which ones he liked, and like he gave me a talk about a lot of things, and like what he did to kind of like start himself off. He was like, I've been producing for a minute, but until I started like putting vocals, and still I started doing this, and still until I started doing this, you know, that's when I started doing it. And you have like blah 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 blah, just kind of that type of conversation. Right. It really meant a lot to me though. Like, mad respect to him for like, you know, trusting me to like understand and like really like think that I'm gonna get what he's saying, you know.
Right.
So after that, he was like, "You got your USB?" And I was like, of course I do.
I was gonna keep that motherfucking thing on me, baby.
I got two on me.
gotta keep them strapped.
I was like, of course I do. He was like, okay, I'm gonna bring you out. And he was like, I know you don't drink, but when you drink, you gotta pee a lot. So I'm gonna wait till I really, really, really have to pee. I'll let you play like 3 tracks, and then I'll come on back to back with you, and then like I'll close it.
That is funny because this past Thursday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
This past Thursday, we did a takeover over here at a club. I think it's called Status.
Yeah.
So whenever it was my turn to play, I was just like playing. I was just getting in the groove. And then at one point, I was just like jumping, trying to like cross my legs. I had to take a mad ass piss. And then I get on the bike. I was like, Andy, I see you. Come up here, bro. Let's go back to back real quick. As soon as he gets up, loads up the table for the DJs. It's like, here's the bar counter. Here's the table. As soon as he got up, I was like, dip, and then just booked it to the restroom.
Real quick.
And I promise you that was the fastest piss I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah.
No, bro, he took his time though, because I got to play like 2 tracks by myself on stage. Like literally, I thought he was gonna back to back with me and then go piss.
Yeah.
So like, I was like loading a track and I looked to my right and he's not there, and I look behind me, he's not there, and I just see my boy Hobby like, hey. And I was like, all right, let's fucking go. I like load my first 2 like tracks, and then I load like another 2 on the left, the far, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And like I just fucking go at it, like start ripping doubles and shit.
I was about to say, he says 2 tracks, knowing damn well it's probably like 6, 7 tracks that he played.
And I told him, I was like, when he finally like came back, I was like loading up a double, and like he was trying to figure out like what CDJ do I load on, and I was like, hold on, this one is this one, this one's that one. He finally got on there and we got to back and shit. There's like a few videos and stuff, but I kind of just posted one, but I wasn't gonna like post all of them and stuff.
Yeah. PR team would have been like, no, delete it.
So, but that was like a really crazy surreal moment too. That was, I could not even believe it. Like I literally told him, like, he dapped me up, and because he like stopped the music to like make a whole speech about me and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, literally, like I was just standing there like looking at him, looking
in
at
awe,
looking at my homie, like, bro.
Yes.
And then he like dapped me up. I told him his ear. I was like, bro, this is the shit I literally like wake up and like scream like, fuck this shit, like this is a fucking dream, like damn. So I was like, dude, thank you so much, like it means the world to me. And afterwards I was just like super just thankful to him. He showed mad love to me afterwards and stuff. We talked more, and then I saw him at LBW. So
how was his side?
Yeah. I saw him like walking out of his trailer, and I was like, hey.
He's like, it's me. Remember me, what's up?
Oh, it's funny because like people always give me like a double take because they can't tell if it's me or like if it's somebody else or if it's like, you know, it's so funny. So it's like sometimes I'll be dapping people up and they'll be like, remind me who you are again, and I'm like, I'm Pyro. I just got like my hair in my I got like hat and mask on and all this shit, and I got new glasses. They like push me back and they're like, hey! I couldn't fucking recognize you. Like people were at Ubby from like, I haven't seen them in like a year. People that were at the dev show were there. Like my whole squad that I met in Albuquerque were all there. And like it took them a second to like realize it was me, because like it's just the mask.
It's just the mask and the hat combo, bro.
Yes.
Because that's happened to me multiple times too. I was like, yo, what's up? And there's like, it's me, Danny. It's like, oh, like
exactly. It's so funny. But hey, at least we got the mask on.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Keep mask up, motherfuckers. Type shit.
Mask up.
So, after playing like the smaller shows and then going to the bigger crowds, what do you think? Even if it's for like booking agents, promotion companies, or even like ways to help the crowd out, because I saw that there's like a lot. Like the first day, granted it was the first festival back after a year, it was super rough. People were waiting in line for like 3-4 hours, and it was super rough. But what do you think, from your experience, what would be like your 2 cents that people can start incorporating to help out, either make
like
the
in the
better?
future?
In
the future, like in terms of like just everything getting back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say, like, honestly, like having a traffic plan,
For sure.
I think, honestly, I don't know how everybody's going to feel about, like, this being said, but I feel like either a vaccination or a COVID test should definitely be required to enter a festival.
Yeah.
I say, like, you should cap something like that. Like, I say, like, once you hit, like, 5,000 people, I think, like, a COVID test or something should be, like, required, or, like, 2 weeks after your vaccine.
Right.
I just think if you don't want to take the vaccine, that's cool. But like, come on, like just test yourself for the sake of like decency for everybody else.
Yeah.
You want to protect people, protect their families, protect who they're gonna go see and who they're gonna go spread it to.
Yeah.
So I think that would definitely be a thing. Texas, obviously, with our governor, is not gonna allow that. I know that was a plan in there. Like that was definitely in the talks for Ubby.
Yeah.
But that never obviously can't last long with the government. You just look up the rule and okay, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
well, I remember seeing that you had to like pass like a health screening on your phone, and then people couldn't even get to their phone, and then it was just like a kind of hectic.
Yeah. Okay, so I did the health screening on my phone, and like it like gave me like a little pass with a QR code and my face and everything like that, and I was ready to go. And I pull up, and it's just like a guy with the sign. He's like, "Have you experienced these symptoms?" And I was like, no, 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 no. Okay,
You're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably just like I guess people that are like take it a little bit more serious.
Yeah, but okay, so
Train
like
Park
the
Lily.
thing is like in Texas, that's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're in Texas right now, so it's
A state
like,
that's completely open.
If you want to like avoid like that type of stuff, don't even go to like Buc-ee's. Don't go to Main Event. Don't go to the movies.
Yep.
I walked in the movies the other day. Everybody had no mask. Like I
Really?
walked in, every single row, no masks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Walked in there, I'm all eating my popcorn like this with the mask.
Dude, that's how it was for me. Me and my girlfriend went to go watch the Demon Slayer movie. And granted, it was like one of those sit down, they bring food to you. It's like sit down, like dinner kind of theaters. So, I mean, I guess, but.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a little different. I mean, what can you do? You got to eat, and it's like you can't wear a mask.
Let me eat my pizza under my mask.
So it's like there's certain, and then like hole in the wall restaurants, they don't give a shit about social.
No.
Everybody's just like right next to each other. So it's like things are gonna come back to normal whether people are like mentally or physically or whatever prepared for it. But I think the best thing that we can do is like get vaccinated. That way, like I think the herd thing is definitely can be in play, not just for getting sick, but for people getting vaccinated. Because the whole thing about getting the vaccine is so it's like, yes, it's so you don't get it, period, when you're exposed. But like if you do get it, you're like not gonna die.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like
small, minor to minor symptoms.
It keeps you out of the hospital. So the more people do that, the more it's just like you're just sick. Like you're just
the way I see it is just to help to avoid the spread. Because
Right.
masks can only do so much, and even like having a mask mandate like at a festival, I mean, people are just like, oh, I was like, I wasn't allowed to wear it, but I'm gonna wear it. But now it's like, oh, you're required to wear it. No, fuck you, I'm not gonna wear it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
bro, that bugs me so much.
Yeah.
Like people were getting so pissed off whenever security saw them with a mask a year ago, and like. Or whenever security saw them making them like throw it away or take it off, you were get pissed and was like no or whatever, throwing a bitch fit. But now it's like where you're required to like wear a mask. It's like I'm not gonna wear it.
You used to have to sneak my mask in.
Like
yeah, exactly. Like
that shit makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen videos of people at festivals, more people wearing masks just because it's like dope. Like wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like because it's for protecting people, it's corny.
Yeah, yeah. We're like, oh, now we don't want to wear a mask. It's like,
it's stupid.
Come on,
this is stupid.
All these other raves you went
the
to.
analyzing thing. That's what I was doing a lot. I was just like watching everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure there was hella people without a mask.
Bro, I've seen the videos. They kind of look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like the first day, people were actually listening. Like people were like they were handing out masks and stuff. They're still handing out masks day 2, but I don't know, bro. When I have a mask on and people want to talk to me, they put their mask on like out of respect, Yeah. So it's like I feel like it's just like if you want to like you got to set the example first.
Exactly. Especially with artists, since they're like the ones that have to like lead by example, and they're the ones the center of attention. I feel like they're the ones that have to.
I mean, if you're bouncing, they're gonna be bouncing. If you're fucking throwing gun fingers, they're throwing gun fingers. If you wear a mask, I'm sure some people are gonna wear masks.
Exactly.
You just don't know what influence you have on people, so you never want to just like straight rip it. At a place like a festival, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like it's in clubs and in shows and in the scene of Texas and anything like that, there's different scenarios and different places, but for the first time back, it was definitely a trippy experience. But I just stayed in the back. Like luckily I was able to like vibe in the back and stuff. I got to meet a lot of people that I've been friends with on the internet, so it was like really like surreal. Just the whole thing was like overload for me. It was just super cool.
Was it hard to get like, or like was the first day like weird trying to get like used to like, oh shit, this is really happening?
Yes, like I walked in because like okay, so I got in and I didn't see the crowd. I didn't see anything. I just saw the stages from like the road when I'm driving in. I just saw like stage throwing lights or whatever. And then I get there, still don't see the crowd. I just still see the line. And then I get on this golf cart and they like drive me around the back, and then they're like, okay, this is the back of main stage, this is the artist hub, and then if you walk down that trail, it'll lead you to the second stage. And then they were just like, okay, have fun, do whatever you want. And like I walked past like the trailers, the artist trailers, and then there's like, these are the trailers, these are the tents, and then like right here is the stage. So I like walk right here past the trailers, past the tent, and then I see the stage, and I was like, yo, what?
Oh yeah.
What? This is real? Like, this is real right now? Like, I got up on the rail because like I could like stand on like, if this is the rail, there's like a little thing right here. Mm-hmm. So I like sit on there and like peek my head above the tent.
Do you ever hear that whenever you're just like walking by, just a crowd going?
Dude, there were so many chants. It was literally like a snowball effect. Like people were doing it, and then people were calling out back. And
just going back and forth.
Yes.
See, I feel like that's the one thing I miss about festivals, dude. It's just the stupid shit that would like happen, like that.
Yeah. I think I might have to do that. Like the next family picture, be like on 3.
There you go. Or like whenever you're like transitioning with the breakdown of the song, if it's like a long like intro or whatever, just be like, let me get some cheese real quick. I would do that. I would do that on Saturday.
It went from chi to sheesh, and like.
See, that's even like me and my girlfriend had this discussion. She's like, "You said chi is sheesh." I was like, "Nah, here in the rhythm dubstep community, it's chi."
yeah, exactly. I say both. I say both. Usually when I'm like listening to music, I'm like, chi, but like in certain areas, it's just.
I feel like we can take full pride and responsibility saying that we pioneered that, and then some TikTok trend started with the completely wrong word, just ripping us.
Yes.
Yeah, but
so let's go back to the back-to-back with Chromatic and Zora. How did that come about? Like,
for real?
Oh yeah. Okay. So. I played my set. It was really fun. Zora played his set. He killed
Both
it.
of y'all fucking went off, bro. Yeah. That shit was disgusting.
Zora is amazing.
His stage presence, bro, is insane.
Yeah, yes. I know. Yeah, he vibes and like everything is so smooth and clean. Like there's no like confusion. Everybody's just vibing and like all the energy levels that he takes it to just flow so nicely. And he has like that beautiful shit now. He's all going off Future and stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, I really like that. I'm trying to get on a little bit of the Future production stuff, but I'm not the best with melodies.
It's like we were talking in the previous podcast we recorded. It's just really a matter of just trial and error, just practicing and just putting that time in. Because 2 hours a day just practicing writing melodies, that's 2 more hours than you would have had if you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do dubstep again or rhythm again.
Exactly. So it's like it's you're spending the same amount of time. You're just time making music. There's no right or wrong thing. Yeah, I definitely need to take my own advice. I mean, I made a flip of Titanium, like a Future rhythm clip, and I posted on my Instagram story, and like it got like a good amount of people because I put like the yes or no thing, and like a good amount of people said yes. So I might like turn it into like a little like live edit thing that I close my shows out with or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might do something like that. But anyway, so how the Sora thing happened?
Or the back 3 back.
Yes.
Yeah, back 3 back. Yeah, the Sora and Chromatic thing. So Chromatic pulls up, like I'm like standing next to Sora, and Chromatic's about to get on. He plugs in his USB and like it's like file type not supported or something like that. Yeah. It was like this thing and blah 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 not supported. And then like he got his other USB and it was like the wrong USB. Like he grabbed the wrong one from his house.
Oh my god.
Guys, I don't have any USB. Like I don't forget anything. There's no fix. Don't think about any fixes. I need this was Chromatic telling this to Sora, and then like I was like listening in on the conversation, and I was like, yo, I asked Casey, the photographer, Casey me Roland.
Yeah.
And I was like, but what's going on? He was like, go DJ with Sora right now. And I was like, what? What do you mean? He was like, yeah, we have to fix Chromatic's USB. Y'all just play back to back for now. And then Chromatic like taps both of us on the thing. He was like, y'all trying to back like,
hey, motherfucking yeah.
Yeah, he was like, y'all trying to do that because like it'll save everyone, like saves everyone time, money, you know,
Right.
all the stress, the fact that you don't even go on stage, you know.
Right.
So we just searched like Chromatic tunes on our USBs, and we looked up like anything that he liked, and he just played off our playlist, and I just vibed off of what he was playing because I have like memory points and everything. I put my freestyle playlist on too, so I had everything ready to go, and we just literally just jammed. Like it was just that, like nobody was like trying to do anything. It was just like, okay, Sora's gonna double. Okay, Chromatic's gonna do a double now. Okay, I'm gonna do a double now. Oh, he's doubling. Let me add another song just to add another song. It was so fun. It was so fun.
It really looked like y'all flowed really nice up there. It was really nice.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was really fun. I couldn't believe it. That was another thing. Like everything that's been happening is just like it's really fun. Like it's really like just the spontaneous shit is the most fun to me.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah,
it's like when you're just not ready for it, but you're ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like and ready for it. It's so fun. And we saved the night, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like it went better. Just because it was like the surprise factor.
It was a surprise back 3D is like, when do you get that? You know?
Never.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't. Like, when do all of the people that were playing that night, like, just like, that's usually at the end, and it's just like a vibe. But
right.
It's like the last like 10, 15 minutes, even that. And it's probably like a song or two from each person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So this was like, I've never even really gotten to do something like that either for that long. So.
Yeah.
And then Sora and I have really good chemistry when we mix together, like really, really good chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
So I already knew how to mix with Sora. Like he's been to my house and we recorded a Trovo mix together that was like an hour long. So we did that, and like that's how I learned. Like, damn, okay, him and I play really well together. And then actually, I met him. I can't even remember what was happening. Y'all don't know about, I don't know if y'all know, but at Zilker Park, like back when COVID started happening, like Zilker Park would do like house nights and stuff. Like everybody would like socially like far out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go on a different topic. I have so many topics to talk about. Fuck it, it's gonna be a 2-part.
And if y'all want, whatever y'all want.
But yeah, no, go ahead.
Grizzly would like spin house music, like over there at Zilker Park. And like I was gonna pull up, and my friend Louis Boruto, Days Off.
Oh
yeah. He was he met Sora before I could, but I told him like, yo, Sora moved to Texas from Florida. Like I want to like link with him and like say what's up. Like I've been like loving his music for a minute. He was like, oh, bet. Let me listen to his tunes, and he already knew of him. Didn't know he already knew of him. And then he was like, yo, I met him at a bar, bro. We like had a few drinks and stuff, but we're gonna go to Zilker Park this Friday. Like pull up and let's do something. And then it like ended up getting canceled, so we like went to someone's apartment and started DJing. And then me and Sora like just went back to back at that night, and that's when I figured out like, damn, we mix good together.
Hell yeah.
This is that underground rhythm, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've been looking for that because there's so many people like that are not stuck on dubstep, but it's just such a fun sound that it's like easy to not venture off into rhythm, or it's easy to dismiss rhythm as like repetitive and annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like that is like a lot of the cases for a lot of the people here in the scene in San Antonio. A lot of people like festival dubstep.
So you've had your fair share bits of going back to back, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts and opinions? Because either it can go extremely well, or it can just be complete train wrecks and a shit show.
I guess just pick your back-to-backs. You gotta know, like, I'm not down for back-to-backing with someone, like, if I haven't seen them play, at least online. or something, like I'll obviously be down. I'm talking like in terms of like, do you want to go back to back with this person for a booking in this city for this show for like, you know what I'm saying, like that, definitely not down. But like,
but if somebody is like, yo, Pyro, like come up here, bring your USBs, bro.
Oh, I'm down. I'm
100%.
always down. Always down. I'm always down to just throw down wherever. But definitely like, even at then, like you gotta like, you either gotta realize I'm gonna carry this back to back or we're gonna vibe. You know, like you gotta like, it's either one or the other. Cause I know like I'm not saying anything like in terms of like I'm the best DJ, but I know like I'm not gonna screw anything up. Like horrendously. You know, so like for me, it's more of like analyzing what they're doing. Like I'm always just like, just peeping, like just seeing. Okay, what are you gonna do? Where are you going with this? Are you gonna double drop it? Are you gonna single drop it? I usually ask them like, "Yo, can I? Do you want me to transition out, or do you want me to?" And then like, a lot of the times when I was first getting into doubles, like when I was first started doing doubles, I would do stuff. I would try it out like on. Like in terms of that, like, yo, come out and like just DJ with me. Like this was like a year or two ago. Like, hey, pull up, Pyro, come hop on the decks. And so like I would do it, but I would like there would be 2 decks, and then they would be like loading a song. I'd be like, yo, I want to do a double.
Bro, going back to back on like 2 decks it's the most annoying thing ever.
Yes.
It's the hardest and most annoying thing ever.
Yes.
Because not even just playing on, like, being, like, a rhythm DJ or a dubstep DJ nowadays, where you play with 2 decks, that alone, like, that's one of my pet peeves. So I'll talk to Chase, like, hey, can you, like, you know, message, you know, the promoter, like, what are we playing, like, on 2 decks? Are we playing 3, 4? So that way I know, like, ahead of time, so I'm not like, okay, so, you know, primarily focus on, you know, crowd reaction, like, reading the crowd really well and, like, what they're vibing out to, smooth transition, single tracks. If I'm playing on 3 decks, it's like, nah, wow factor every time, double after double after double.
Yeah,
but playing a back-to-back where both people play nothing strictly but doubles, or like that's what they mainly do on 2 decks, the hardest, well, not the hardest, but it's the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
It's tedious. It's
yes.
Yes. Because like no matter how good you are at reading someone, it's like you're limited.
Yeah. As hell.
You can't stop that. There's nothing you can do up here that's gonna help the actual hardware in front of you.
Yeah.
Nope. Because they'll play like a double, transition to the next song, but it's like, all right, now let me get on this deck, play a double. Wait, I can't load up my next double to keep the energy going. It's so tedious and annoying.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm like, am I playing too much? Am I playing too many? Like, am I? Because like when I did the back-to-back with Sora, we used 2 decks. Like ironically, because I have a XDJ RX.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we recorded on. And what we did was I did a double, and then the song I ended
would like right out.
Yeah, he would go like as soon as I ended this song, and then this song's like transitioning into the second break. He'll be loading his song, and then I'll close mine, and then he'll do a double with the song that's loaded in. So it worked out pretty well, but it's not as easy to communicate in a live setting when it's like, hey, come up right now.
Right.
Yeah. And then you got the booth monitors just like blasting in your ears too.
Yeah.
Trying to like talk to them. It's like you're doing this and shit, trying to like pull the like headphone off their ears and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like the one main issue me and Zach were having at the spotlight going back to back. It's like I'm trying to read him, but we thought we were doing like 2 and 2, like 2 drops. Luckily we had like, you know, 4 decks, but even then it was like I still had my earplugs in, so I can like barely hear. So whenever he would say something, I couldn't hear him. So he'd have to get like up to here to like pull the headphone out and like scream in my ear and be like, "Oh yeah, go."
yeah, exactly. Well, I've seen like I always watch like videos like that Graham Greene posts or like people like that, and I watch like Shivers and all of them. And when they go back to back, like I was watching Shivers and Obey play back to back, and like if this is the first 2 and these are the other 2, like they would just use these 2 and then Shivers use the other 2. So I feel like that was kind of weird though. Like,
well, no, it kind of helps out, but depending on your play style, sometimes you do tend to like hover over to like, you know, their, you know, I think it's like track or CDJ 2 or 1. sometimes you do tend to like hover over there just to like transition out of like whatever you're playing. But
Yeah.
I feel like, in my opinion, it's like you at least need 3 decks for a back-to-back. Minimum 3 decks. 4 decks makes everything so much better and more easier, but 3 decks is the minimum.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, actually, well, I ended up only being able to use like 3 or 2 decks at LBW because one of the Q buttons was sticky, like completely stuck. Like, and then if you pressed it really hard, it would just go. Brrr, it would like extremely fast. And then the other one, the hot cues, you had to call, and then like press. You have to like call and bank or something like that, and hold it down. But then like sometimes it was sticky, so then it would like call to like your cue point from 3 songs ago. Yeah. So I ended up just like for the first part, I was like ready to fucking go, like let's go 4 decks, and then I was like never mind.
So how was that like a big like downer for you? Like whenever you like seeing like 4 decks, and it's like I can only use 2.
Yes, but like also I'm so familiar with my mixer here, so it's like
true.
I know I practice my sets as 2, and then but I have memory points set up in case there's 4.
Yeah.
I'm always standard ready for 2.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to plan a triple drop in my set that like needs to be there, and then I can't do it, and I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, bro, that's the worst feeling. That's the worst feeling. I have like a couple triples lined up or like planned in my set. Like I want to do this. Walk up to the stage or the venue or whatever. See that they have like an XTJ with like only 2 decks. I'm just like, damn, this shit would have 8 live, bro. It's like fuck. It's like the double is 5, but the third one just makes it just
yeah, it's like especially when you can do like a fake drop and then another fake drop and then fucking rip the third one.
Yes.
But even then, like I feel you can't just double like everything. It's just like a whole different meta whenever you're doing doubles and triples. Because like not everything you can double or triple because you know there's gonna be too much going on or it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
so. I always do like all 3 of them are in the same key. One of them's simple, one of them's hard, and one of them's like doing a little bit of high talking, like it's doing all of the like beep beep boops.
Yep. I know
like,
exactly what you mean.
Like low subs, it's going hard. The other one's simple subs, and the other one's like
just to fill in the spectrum.
Yeah. It's always fun. Like just that's why I was talking to I can't remember who I was talking to at LV, but they were like, I can't imagine doing doubles every set, bro. And I was like, dude, I can't imagine not doing a double in a set. Like my attention span would be, I would be so bored. Like I would not know what to do. Like I can't like just stand there and dance and just be like, yes.
For me, I feel like I always have to do something. So I feel like that's why I naturally gravitated towards doubles and then triples after a while. Because like if like I'll like you can like you know like at this point like we both know how to like just do the basics of DJing and just like playing a song. But it's like whenever the song's playing, it's like I feel like I just need to do something else. It's like, oh, I need to do this or I need to do this. Like I feel weird just standing in the crowd just gun fingers. Like it's fun every now and then, but
exactly. That's why I can't like I'll play songs that are like solos and stuff. I'll play an original and not double it, but most of the time I cannot. I'll go back and look at my old playlist from Record Box and I'll be like, how did I do that, bro? How did I have the attention span for that? No shade to people who don't do doubles. Don't think that you're like,
Because even just knowing the basic fundamentals of DJing on its own can set you apart from even people that play doubles. Because I feel like people don't understand. It's like as soon as you know and master the basics, that just puts you so much like further ahead, like as a live performance. Yeah. And it's weird saying that because you would think that, but most people that I've seen like here in the local scene, they kind of still need to work on that. Yeah. But they do the doubles, but it's like learn the basics first, and you'll see how much better your sets are.
Yeah, things like when you're done with the drop, like all the space in between a double is like super important because rhythm has a lot of dead energy and a lot of dead space before the drop. A lot of times it'll just be a hi-hat and then just great. You know, so
a kick and a hi-hat, maybe a snare every now and then drop. Well, not really a drop, it's a fake out and then drop.
Yeah, exactly. And some of them, like, they literally just fake. I mean, it's just a drop the whole time, and then it's just back to like there's no break. It's just quietness. It's just zon 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 zon.
Yep.
Yep. Hi-hats. So it's like you have to know that those types of things, too much of that right after another, can kill a crowd. Like that will make everybody.
Because it's all about keeping, the audience's attention.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like I learned that a lot of the times by playing shows. It's like just looking at like, okay, where are my dead zones in my set, and fucking get rid of all of it.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's how you just and then everybody's lit.
Yes.
You don't lose the attention.
Yes.
All right. So final question and topic that I want to cover before we start ending this because it's starting to get a little bit long. So I think it was in San Antonio. If not, I think it was in Austin. Before the Scratch House was the venue, Austin would have seen the biggest, most real rhythm hours show Austin has seen.
Well, Scratch House
is now the venue, right?
No. Scratch House is closed and shut down forever.
Well, shit.
The venue is Scratch House was like it looks exactly like the Green Elephant.
Really?
Exactly. Oh, okay.
Have you been to that venue in Austin?
I don't think I had the chance to.
It used to have an LED wall behind it. It like looks exactly like Scratch.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it looks exactly like Green Elephant.
That's weird.
But the venue looks kind of like this old venue called the Nook in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like an amphitheater style thing. But yeah, are you talking about the Sudden Death show?
No, I was talking about we had Shivers, we had Neonics back to back Akios, we had Sora, and weren't you on the lineup as well?
Oh, yeah. I thought you said like you missed a show that happened, as in like.
No, I was talking about like how Austin was about to get the most real rhythm hour show, but then COVID said nope.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about fucking how Shivers would have went off. Man. Let's talk about how Neonics back-to-back Akios would have been off. Also, is it Akios or Kios? Akios.
Akios.
Okay, I have to put some respect on his name, bro. Shaping the way of the underground.
Also, they're they them. Yeah. They're also they them. Yeah, that's cool though. Yeah. But yeah, that was gonna be.
The biggest show, bro. That would have been the biggest show.
Yeah, that would have been so sick. And I didn't even know Sora back then. Like I wasn't even tight with him or anything. So like we would have already been boys for a minute.
Yeah. You need to talk to Adrian and be like, bro, get that show back.
Yeah.
Especially with the music and the music discography that's out right now. Get that shit back.
Like better now than like a year ago, right?
Yeah,
like,
because think about the music that's just been dropped over the past like what, year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine how insane that show would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be.
And then Prosecute was also on there as well.
Yes.
Was he really?
Yeah, it was me, Sora, Prosecute, Neonics back-to-back Akios.
And then Shivers.
Izo, no, that was a San Antonio show.
Yeah.
And then it was Shivers, yeah.
Yeah. We need that.
We need that.
Yeah, we need that show so bad, bro.
Yeah, and then San Antonio, it was Fizo, Heckler, Control Freak, and then me back-to-back Blaze.
God.
It never happened.
How hurt were you whenever you found out the news when I was like, oh yeah, wait.
So hurt because I've been a fan of Grindfest for so long, for a long time.
Was that gonna be your first Grindfest event?
Yeah, like they followed me on Twitter randomly, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Thank you so much. And then they sent me something, and they were like, "Hey, we see you. We're trying to have you for this Austin show with Akios and Shivers," and then they said, but it's the Road to San Antonio Grindfest with Heckler and Fizo, and we want you to be on that one too, back-to-back Blaze.
That would have been a road to the event. That is the event.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's what I was saying. I was like, maybe it's because Heckler and Fizo are so they're more
established, I guess.
Yeah. And so it's I wish those things happened, but I was super butthurt. They tweeted at me and they were like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "Yo, let's fucking go!" I was so hyped, and then it happened.
Yeah.
they were rescheduling it for next month or the next week, something like that. Like, oh, this will blow over, bro. Like, don't worry. Like,
and then nope.
What happened?
Here we are a year later.
Man,
lost the biggest rhythm show ever.
Yes.
Well, here in Texas.
Lost. I don't think it's lost. I wouldn't say it's completely.
It's just pushed back to a different.
It's delayed. It's delayed
to an uncertain date.
It's delayed with no delay announcement.
Yeah,
maybe 2022.
Maybe 2023. Who knows?
Who knows?
It needs to happen though. It needs to happen.
Yeah, I feel like this summer things are gonna happen. I already
Fingers
know.
crossed.
I don't know if y'all know. We can talk about it like after the interview, but I'll let y'all know about it. But there's like some really cool stuff happening in summertime.
A little behind the scenes kind of thing with Pyro
yes.
that y'all don't get to see, only us.
I just don't want to leak like anything.
Nah, you're good. We understand. Every time we ask people, it's like, oh, do you got anything coming up? And there's like,
when does this air?
Yeah, it's like, when does it air? I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it. So
yeah.
So, yeah.
No, this is like more in like July and June.
Yeah.
So there's like a really big show gonna happen.
Ooh.
Really,
Oh yeah.
So
I think
what? Oh no, you're gonna say?
it should be similar vibes as like what we were talking about though. That rhythm vibe. You know?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna ask. So whenever you got, the booking for the spotlight, how was that like? Was it just like, fuck yes, we finally get to do this now?
Well, I did a Grime Fest before that. I played the first Grime Fest back. It was in Christmas time. It had
Yeah.
With Kenta, like with an act or something. But it was not. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I love Grime Fest, but it was not my place to be there because I was straight doubling and then Rekno headlined. So, like, he's got his vibes, like whole different vibe than what I've got going on.
It's just like a night and day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, exactly. Like, we're on the same, we're on the spectrum, but he's like way, on the other side, making some fucking funky ass, cool ass.
Shout out Rekna that one time.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Rekno, talented.
As
Oh
fuck.
my god.
As fuck.
Like, very talented. So I mean, I was vibing during the set and stuff, but I definitely did not set any type of tone for the night. That's straight doubles and stuff. But I mean, the people that like dubstep and stuff, everybody was vibing and shit regardless. It wasn't like, that same atmosphere as the Spotlight one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they said, hey, so they emailed me and they were like, oh, this is going to be with Sora. And it was actually not even Grime Fest. It was Nicholas who messaged me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Grime Fest Prince.
Shout out Grammy Nick one time.
Yes.
Yes, the boy.
Yeah.
So he's been really like looking out for me too as well, like really trying to put me on wherever he can. So shout out to him.
A lot of like I wouldn't say local, but a lot of like more underground artists. What I've noticed that he's been like gravitating to, which is good to see, because a lot of like underground artists, they don't really get the platform or a good platform until it's like somebody brings them up and like puts them on.
Yeah, he's managing Soundrec now.
Yeah.
As well. He was managing it for a minute, but now it's like official on paper and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's good to see.
It was dope.
Shout out Soundrec one time and
Yes.
Nick.
Yeah, for real, Soundrec the boy, David.
Yes.
So, but I forgot what was. Oh, so the Spotlight thing. Yeah, they just hit me up like normal, and then my manager worked out the details, and I was just hyped because of Sora and Chromatic, and I'd already like have been with Sora and stuff, so I already knew what he was about to do.
Yeah.
And then Chromatic, I really wanted to see a Chromatic set. Honestly, I really wanted to.
Did you listen to Cybertrash? Is it Cybertrash Volume 2? Bro, his mix, I think he did his mix, his most recent mix. I think it's called Cybertrash Volume 2. Bro, that entire set is nothing but disgusting doubles and triples the entire time. And I'm not talking about like, oh, it's like double, build up, double. Like, this is a live recording of him doing double, straight into another double, straight into another double, straight into another double. Like, that shit is disgusting. So that's why I was so hyped about that, because I listened to that shit at work like repeatedly nonstop for a while because it's just so good. And then he fucking doubles melodic tunes. How do you double melodic rhythm? I don't know how, but he does it.
Yeah, you got two melodies going on. What?
Yeah.
But he does it. He does it extremely well.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. Shout out Chromatic one time, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. I just sent him some songs this way like a few days ago.
Maybe a little Chromatic Pyro collab. Maybe.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice.
Or have a collab. So that would be nice to like review eventually or something.
Yes.
I just literally have a whip. It's like I like it. I sent him stems. I don't know what's happened with it, but I also told him I have 2 other whips for him. So
it's just a matter of finding free time. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, like I met so many people that we were supposed to collab at
Ubby.
At Ubby, yeah, and I was just like, damn, bro, like, fuck, I've like really forgot that we were gonna be but I do you guys know Benda?
I think so. It sounds so familiar.
He's the boy. I met him. I saw him at Ubby, but I also am supposed to do something with him as well, but. I finally, he was like, "Mom, you send me something," and I was like,
British exclusive.
I've been known, like, Linda, I've talked to him, I keep in contact with him, but I had, like, a really bad, like, writer's block period, like, 2 months ago, like, really bad. I could not write anything. And then I wrote Berna, and then, like, I just could keep writing, like, writing. I was doing pretty good. Now I'm burnt out again.
I mean, you can't force it out. You just gotta take your time sometimes.
That's why. Yeah, I like literally. The thing is that I say that, and then as soon as I get inspiration, I'm like, okay, I need to take advantage of this because I don't know when I'm gonna feel like this again. I gotta like get the idea out because like, where I'm gonna want to like lay down and watch TikTok.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's a really good note to end it on. There's so many more discussions or topics that I want to talk to, but I feel like this is getting like a little bit like on the longer side. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Pyro, thank you so much for coming out and taking this massive chunk out of your day to sit down and just talk with us and chop it up.
A lot of fun. I know we've been like planning and like we keep missing each other and like so like we've been needing to do this. I think this is what we've been like waiting to talk about.
Yeah. So any last shout outs, anybody you want to put on before we dip out?
Shout out Disco Donnie.
Yes.
The man, hardworking, busy man, for putting everybody on, giving me the best night of my life. Shout out Blaze for killing it. Shout out Menace for killing it. Shout out Mashbit as well.
Yes. Bro, he's been killing it lately. Yes, I saw him whenever he opened up for Grindfest, like literally on a small ass table for maybe like 20 people to opening up for Diplo in a sold out fucking crowd. Fucking killing it. So proud of him.
Very talented. Yeah, I actually like never got to like sit down and talk with him, but I did.
Yeah, he's a super chill, super cool guy.
Yeah, very down to earth. Yeah.
Shout out Dev.
Shout out Dev.
Yes.
Our boy.
Yeah. And then my boy Hobby that I also talked about all the time. He could probably watch this.
All right. Well.
Shout out Rhythm Squad.
Thank you.
All right, Pyro. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. We appreciate it. Seriously, it means a lot. So, I'm your boy Danny Pats. This is my co-host who just sat down and said yes and looked pretty the entire episode. Andy Honcho, happy 48-8. Our very special guest for the night or for the episode, Pyro, the San Antonio King, the underground prodigy or the underground rhythm prodigy legend. If he's not on your map, please put him on your map.
Put him there.
Do not sleep. Don't sleep before it's fucking too late, bro.
Yes.
Season 3, episode 7? 6?
I
almost got it. This has been Squad Talk, season 3, episode 6. Signing out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.